Well, Nigeria's Nollywood films have a large following in Africa and among Africans worldwide. The Nigerian film industry is credited for creating over 1 million jobs, making it the country's largest employer after agriculture. I'm joined now by a Nollywood insider, Patience Ozokwor, an award-winning actress, musician, and fashion designer. Ms. Ozokwor, welcome to Africa 54. It's great to have you with us.
Thank you.
Yes. Now, first, if we go back to a little bit of history, you've been acting for quite a while. Mm-hmm. Did you ever foresee the film industry in Nigeria, Nollywood, growing to the extent, to the size that it has grown?
In fact, you need to know this, that when we started, it was just like doing what you liked to do. Yes. We didn't even know where we were going. And then suddenly we found ourselves where we are today.
Yes.
Hard work.
Hard work.
Real hard work.
Yeah.
Without anything, empty-handed. And
most of the times, actually, the films were done in kind of very simple ways. You know, the tapes and a few cameras and all that.
That wasn't much we knew then. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But things have really improved today. Yeah. And we have had people coming from overseas to introduce us to bigger equipment and better ones too. And we quickly grabbed it, and it's really lifting us to the next level. We
mentioned that it is now the second largest employer in Nigeria.
You're right.
What jobs are these that Nigerians are able to get in the acting industry, other than acting like yourself?
Quite a lot. Our finances have improved.
Yes.
And when that improves, the lifestyle improves too. And then we have gained recognition from all over the world. And actors and actresses now have the opportunity of talking and dining with the high and mighty, things that we never thought about. Yes. We're just doing what we enjoyed doing, and then it landed us somewhere, and we quickly stood up to it, and it's amazing.
You're one of the most recognized person, first for the longevity in the industry, but also, you know, you do a fine job. You're known as Mama G by some. In terms of the influence you have in society, you know, people always look to see the extent to which, through film, through recognition, through your work, how much are you participating in social issues, in issues that affect a common Nigerian?
In so many ways. On your own, you develop some on your own, and sometimes we are invited by government to see what we can do in that area of entertainment, create offices for us with the government where we can have a say and say, this is what you can do to help the industry move to another level. This is also what you can do to get our people enlightened and exposed to such equipment. The government used to send some of us abroad here to come learn how to handle cameras and things like that, you know, because acting actually, and then the things that are done behind camera, most of them are learned on the job.
Exactly.
Some of them were not very well educated, but they are able to manipulate all these big gadgets, and because they were sent to learn them.
So the government has helped. How about in terms of how you've been used, or you've at least offered yourself to work perhaps to help in issues through film, issues like we have had issues of child marriage, we have had issues of violence, of even ethnic differences.
Rape issues.
Rape and all.
And some ethnic issues, like you said, you know, what they do to girls to, you know, to get them.
Yeah.
So all those things, we have tried to handle them in our stories. Yeah. That's why it really worked out, because the moment we started doing our own movies, telling our own stories by ourselves, it made sense. Mm-hmm. Because if I tell you my story, you might forget some. But when I tell the story by myself, it's down to earth.
Yeah.
I get to the roots and bring the issues out the way they are, and then throw it out to the world.
Yeah. While you're trying to tell the story very quickly, do you ever get some sense of conflict, perhaps with some who think you're promoting certain negative things in society?
Actually, when I joined the industry, I had a boss. He's popularly known as Chief Zebodiah. He felt I was going to join them to expose Nigeria negative. I said, no, we have to expose these things for us to learn. And I cannot change it from outside. I needed to be inside so I can make the change. And it worked out for me. Now, he too is in. We are all doing the movies, telling the stories, and then trying to bring them, not just the way others do their movies, but the way it affects Nigeria, or Africa in general. That's why Nollywood has really bought over Africa, and every other country wants to be like Nollywood.
Yes.
Because we didn't want to be like anybody. We wanted to be Africans and pure Africa.
Indeed, you've done a fantastic job. I've watched you across the continent in many, many countries. They're actually watching Nollywood films. Thank you very much for joining us today here.
Thank you.